night when the lights go down in Boston, I hit the streets and give unsuspecting Uber riders the ride of their lives. These are their stories.
That's the big light, ladies! Who am I riding with tonight?
Lynn. Ula.
Ula, I love the name. Awesome.
Thank you.
And you're riding with who?
Boston After Dark.
There you go, that's right. You guys at home, you know you love this content. Where else can you see random people just getting in an Uber from BJ's or Costco's, loading the car up and getting on the YouTube channel? Only on Boston After Dark, so hit subscribe, smash that like button, and you know what to do. We're gonna be on an episode of Late Night Thoughts, and tonight's thought is going to be the scariest thing that's ever happened to you. Now, Ula, you said you had a story. Something happened to you?
Yes.
Talk to me.
So, I was in Bali, Indonesia for vacation.
Bali?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
It was summer of 2018.
Okay.
And I don't know if you remember, but the headlines globally were about a huge earthquake that happened near Bali. And we were there. So I was with a group of friends. We were shopping inside like the small stores. And suddenly we hear all the dogs bark and everyone was going outside of the stores. So the first thought on my mind was like, there's someone who's coming to steal us. Guys, just hold on to your stuff. And a few seconds later, everything starts shaking.
Oh my God.
Everything. For like 1 minute, everything was shaking. Everything was getting broken inside the stores, all the souvenirs. It was so scary.
Oh my God.
It was crazy. And then when we realized that there's a risk of tsunami, because this is what happens after an earthquake, we started to try to find a cab to drive inland, but it was impossible because of the traffic. Everyone was so scared. So we started literally walking inland for like 3 hours.
Holy moly.
Until they removed the warning. They said no warning of tsunami, it's safe.
How big was the earthquake?
I think it was around 7 or... Ooh, it was huge.
You literally lived through like 3 action movies there.
Yes.
That is an incredible story. How scared were you?
I was quite scared, but to be honest, because we're from Lebanon, we've lived through much more.
Kind of used to being scared, I guess?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Adrenaline rush.
Yeah, we're used to like controlling that feeling, let's say.
Yeah.
Yep, I can definitely understand that. All right, and how about you? What is your story?
So my story goes back to August 2020. I was having coffee with my friend, and while we were kind of waiting for the coffee to pick it up, we suddenly like hear this huge noise.
Okay, where were you?
I was in Beirut.
In Beirut,
Yeah.
okay.
And everything started shaking, and then the glass just shattered.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and we were seeing like there was umbrellas outside. It wasn't summer, but they were moving a lot. We thought like it's a tsunami or I don't know what it was. And then we hear the sound of the explosion that happened in Beirut. I don't know if you heard about it, but it was like the 4th biggest explosion.
What was it?
It was so on the port we had some chemicals that exploded.
You had?
Yeah.
The government.
The government.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, wait a minute, was this you? You might not want to be saying this if you're the one who did this.
I will not be here, trust me. Yeah, so I think the couple of minutes that preceded that were a complete nightmare because we couldn't talk to anyone. We didn't know where the explosion happened. So one, you were scared for your life because you don't know what's happening. You're just running.
Absolutely.
Everyone is running. And then you start thinking about your family. You're like, where are they? Are they safe?
Are they okay?
Yeah, and then you can't call them. So yeah, I think this was the scariest time of my life.
You know, I can definitely see that. I actually had a kind of scary but kind of funny moment that was similar, except I was the culprit. So right after September 11th, okay, happened, we had already plans. It was in October of 2001, and I had plans to take my kids to Virginia, to a timeshare. And so I drove down there, and you know, family time with the kids was always very important. So I decided I wasn't gonna let what happened stop me. Pick up the kids, we go down there, nice resort, right? Gorgeous patio, everything looks awesome. And I should have realized that there was something wrong because I grew up in New York, and when we did fireworks, firecrackers were about this big. Skyrockets were like a firecracker on a stick. I bought these fireworks, they're called skyrockets. They were this thick. I probably in retrospect should have realized, yeah, this is not a regular
Yeah.
So my son really wanted to shut him off, and I'm like, shoot him off. Can't talk a little. Shoot him off. So I'm like, okay, whatever. It's like 10 o'clock at night. We go out on the balcony. We let one loose. I'm thinking, you know, bah, no big deal. No. This thing goes, bah!
Oh
The
my
entire
God.
complex turned the lights on, and people were looking out their window, and I'm thinking to myself, we're definitely getting kicked out of here, and Homeland may come and get us. So of course I played it off as well. I look at them like, what the hell was that? My son's looking at me like, Dad, you know what that was. You did it. But you know what? I didn't want to get kicked out of the gorgeous resort. Statute of limitations is way over on that, so I'm okay.
Great.
Ladies, that's it. You guys are actually going to be very close to where I'm dropping you off. So is there anybody you want to say hello to or shout out real quick?
I'm good.
All right.
Hi to
She's
everyone.
shouting out to everybody who knows her. She meant to shout you out. If you guys want to say goodbye to YouTube Nation,
Ciao, ciao.
ciao for
Bye.
now. You guys at home, you know you love this content. Smash the subscribe button and share my videos.